How's it go? You gonna be honestly gonna say that sometimes you don't feel like you're right, like you don't want to pop somebody right in the eye. Sometimes you don't want to do some dirt like that. I think you're not telling me the truth if you say you don't feel like popping somebody in the eye every once in a while. Hey, stop. Sit down, would you? You should ought to have a good reason for wanting to do that. But sometimes, every once in a while, it's weird. I don't know. It's my condition, I guess. I'll be talking to somebody and then I'll feel like I won't ever hit them, but I feel like decking them for some reason. I don't know why. It hasn't happened here lately in probably about maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years now. But I experienced where I would be talking to somebody, like in public or somewhere, face to face, and just having a good conversation or whatever, a good one too. And for whatever reason, I just want to deck them for some. I don't know why. But anyways, did it make you mad if I were to say, please don't vote? If you're gonna go and vote stupid, please don't do it. Does that piss you off? Does that get under your skin? Does it make you mad? Because I wanted to go and take a look at some of the reasons why I'm been pushed to saying that. Speaking of feelings for some time, I've been saying for years now this that I'm asking people not to vote if you're ignorant and you don't know. Ignorance is different than being stupid. You can be ignorant and stupid, but ignorance just means that you're uninformed, that you don't know. That's all ignorance means. It does not mean necessarily that you're stupid. Stop. You can be very stupid, and this is all I'm trying to say. Like, if you go and vote and you're gonna vote and you can't tell, can you tell the difference between the candidates, who, if one's evil or one's not, or who's the lesser of the two evil and shit like that? Can you do that? Do you have a built-in apparatus like me? I do. I have um a way that I can get a sense and look right through a person. And I knew right off the bat that the president that we have now is shady. He's dirty. He's the last person that you would want in your secret affairs in your country to have divulged, to have this this guy who basically hates America. All right, so I had somebody say to me earlier that we're arguing kind of about Bush, but I'm not going to argue with the person because um, the person's my friend. Um, I respect the person I'm having the conversation with a lot, so I wouldn't let the conversation myself. I would probably just walk away from the conversation at all. But at least the person's letting me talk to him, even though they have feel their feelings about Bush, and I have my feelings about Bush, and I think that there's a big difference between Bush and the Democrats, and or Republicans and the Democrats, and that's why we're all going to vote Republican. It's going to be probably a landslide. Well, because of Obama, the Democrats are going to get killed in 2016. Is probably what's going to happen, and we didn't know that when John McCain ran against President Obama. But okay, I was saying, like, I don't like I don't like asking people who they voted for, what they vote, or anything like that. I think that's getting too deep inside of what a person's business is. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to uh, say who I voted for. Okay, so obviously I vote Republican all the way down the line. I'm gonna vote for the Republican. If he's really dirty, dirty in my opinion, then I might not show up to vote. But I've showed up to vote so far in every election in the state, whatever state I'm residing in. So um, all I can say is um, I thought McCain was going to get elected. If McCain was going to screw up a little bit, um, okay, well, the man was a POW for 6 years. So instead of voting for the guy for president and making John McCain, even though I disagree with John McCain heavily and I'm with Trump, basically, except I want to explain that I respect what John McCain did, and it takes balls, some serious stainless steel ass balls to fly in the and be in the position that John McCain was in whenever he was shot down. Takes some steely ass balls to do that, okay? To be a pilot anyways and fly against Russian MiGs in a situation like that. So I voted for McCain. No matter if McCain was going to screw up, big deal in my opinion, as far as that goes, because the man is a war hero, and we probably owed it to him to make our POW, you know, the president. Instead, they voted for a guy who's still a warmonger. He just has a problem with the way we've been fighting our wars and doing our wars from all the way back to World War One, probably, or before. Whatever he learns of our history, Obama's probably like, oh, and hates us for it. So, whatever political reason, Obama is different in that sense. Okay, they went and voted for a a guy who hates America, who became president and was like, "Woo! Now I get to show like I'm liberal doing this stuff, but I'm gonna show how much I truly hate America up to this point." And people trying to argue with you, there's like so many slight few that are still holding on to and trying to have a conversation or debate people out here about Obama not destroying our country, like as if he did not come set out to get even with America. But so anyway, so we'll go back to there. If you want to look at Bush, whenever I voted for him 2 times, he was elected twice. I lost the McCain one, and I lost the Romney one. Okay. Now let's look at Romney real quick. So compared to Obama, these are the two candidates that ran in 2012. So you got a guy, Romney, he did wrong. They pointed out a lot of things that he did wrong. Romney came out and expressed to shock to the media, and the media didn't even it maybe help Romney out a little bit, but Romney came out and apologized. Romney was the type that came out and said, all right, look, I screwed up. I can deal with admitting and manning up to things that I did. If I did something wrong, just speak up, let's hear it, and and we'll get it over with. But Obama is the type of guy who won't ever admit he did wrong, and in despite of doing wrong, he's gonna pull the throttle full force to go and do it anyways. Guantanamo Bay, and other places, pull us out of Iraq without finishing the job. How would you finish the job there? It's a whole nother discussion, but he didn't care about that. He wanted also, while he was getting even with America, he wanted to have the name for himself, the president that got us out of war, that got us out of Iraq, like they got us out of Vietnam or something. And it's hypocritical and it's baloney, and they play it just like that. It's political all the way down the line. So that was Romney. Then you had now go back to Bush. So you had Al Gore. Al Gore, a womanizing, social. He's a socialist pig. He was Bill Clinton's right hand man, vice president or whatever. So um, we know where Al Gore stands politically wise. He's Probably not much different than Obama. Might try to think of maybe another reason why he hates America. Might not be all to the same reasons why Obama hates America, wants to get even with America, but still, that's the case. And then the second guy who ran against Bush lost. It was John Kerry. It was almost like they had to put somebody like this mule who's gonna take the fall, like Hillary's kind of in a position to take the fall for the Democrat Party, so they can act like they're saving face or something like that. Stop it. When they lose, stop, stop. My dog's being a sicko. Stop it. Stop it. Go lay down. He's just staring at me. Look at him. So, anyways, you have John Kerry. We pointed out that Obama hates America. John Kerry had political differences, much like Hillary Clinton. So, stop. Lay down. And cut it out. Much to the same. So, and now you had both of those guys. As a matter of fact, it's kind of ironic. They both have in common they were both secretaries of states under Obama. So Obama hating America as he is, he's not going to go get a true patriot, somebody who loves America, wants to see America thrive and be good and be better off as his cabinet members. He's going to go find the most disgusting, most atrocious freaking freaks, bugs that he can find under the rocks in America, all over America that he can. And then people stupidly went and voted for the guy, voted for him again. He got 2 justices, liberal pukes that really make me hate um, the justices right now. I want to see a petition or some way where you can show me that we aren't better off without the justices. You tell me one good thing that the justices ever did, in ruling in favor of whatever, that ever ended up being for the better good and didn't end up being a shit stain or a punch in people's eyes, like the majority of people. So, it's like they really did come to show their ass and to act up. So it's kind of like why I changed a little bit. It's like it's dirty politics, but I still try to remain honest. At least I'm honest, but I know who's throwing the punches, and I know how to stay in a fight. So that's basically like kind of my job, sort of what I do, what I've been doing for a long time. I also volunteer for the Republican Party too. I haven't done it. I quit in the midst of the campaign in 2012 and haven't been back. Well, I went and I helped. I tried to help Rick Scott's campaign, and went door to door for the guy. The best I could. I tried to do the best job I could. And you can only do what you can when it's really hot like that. It was probably 100 degrees, maybe a little bit over 102 maybe, when they had us out there. So the times that you go and knock on people's doors is not always the most convenient time for your body, for your own condition, but it's the most convenient time you can actually go and talk to people. So it was kind of a pain in the neck, but I still tried to do what I could do for the guy. I like him and I appreciate him being honest. People can talk smack all they want to about our governor in Florida here, but at least the guy is honest and he hasn't lied to anybody. They can try to say a couple of things, and you'll have to really go um, read the reports and investigate it yourself, because there's 2 sides to every story, and I guarantee you that Rick Scott did not do no flip flopping. There's no way he did. And I know that for a fact because I stay on top of the news and everything like that. So I would know. There's no way that the liberals would let Rick Scott off the hook like that. So it's good whenever you don't hear a lot, from that, and there's these other campaigns or other things that are taking liberals' focus away from there. And then people like Rick Scott can really help Florida out and do his job. He didn't want to run for president. He wanted to make Florida better. So I respect the guy for that too, for not leaving his obligations like other politicians do, their governor or whatever, this and that, and then they quit to go politics some more, like kind of like what Rubio did. Marco Rubio, I think he would have been much better off staying a senator, um, working in the Senate and encouraging places all around America to vote Republicans in the Senate. But he wanted to run for president also. Not just that he come down here, and I seen he got Rick Scott's support, but I'm just saying I still have a problem with Marco Rubio and people like that because I helped him in his campaign in 2010 just to see him come down here a few years later and scoff at his constituents in their face about Sheriff Joe Arpaio on Obama's birth certificate. They want to act like them not producing a birth certificate is just as much of a hoax and a conspiracy to throw out there that they didn't produce an authentic birth certificate for Obama. So that's, reason to call us all kooks for knowing Obama's not an actual American citizen that was born in America. But it's still, his mom was an American. Did she give up her citizenship? Is that what the big deal is? Because Obama seems like the type of arrogant guy who would want to not have American citizenship. Like he would throw his American citizenship, then run for president here anyways, just to show all of us how stupid we really are. No matter how intelligent I look or am, I'm still going to be put in my place by stupid idiots that come out here and vote. And it started off with calling you just ignorant, but now we're crossing the line where now I'm kind of really thinking you're kind of stupid. So we went to look at this. So I wanted to say, do this share right here real quick. People ask, I seen this video and the guy went up to these people that were in line. They were going to vote, and they asked these people questions like, who said that if I became president, that energy would necessarily skyrocket in price? These idiots said it was John McCain. John McCain never said that, you dumb morons. Obama said that. Watch this. See that? And this lady right here, she said, Obama gonna pay my gas and mortgage for me. And these other guys standing out there, watch. What's this? We'll do it official. Obama. And look, it says it right there, will necessarily skyrocket. Obama, my plan makes electricity rates skyrocket. So there is some truth to what the guy says and does, and to their hoax and their conspiracies and stuff. But I'm trying to point out to everybody here the true difference. There's a true difference between people who are squared away, who become politicians, like on the Republican side, who are responsible. So really, when the left and those people are scoffing them and mocking them, they're really mocking responsibility, integrity, and honesty. People who don't want to send people to work and just abuse them at their job. But then on the other hand, then you have people who want to get, as long as they make their greedy money, then they don't care how people get treated or whatever pushed around. So, um, I think there's a true difference, and if people get away with putting George Bush all too down like that, then they're able to get away with saying that the Republican Party and the Democrat Party are the two same thing, and they're not even the same thing. See, like, here it is. If Trump's the guy, maybe Trump's the guy. But let's say, hypothetically, I was sitting up there. I know some people don't like them. Some people go along with the hypotheticals. Everybody kind of, I guess, does. So we hear your hypothetical. My hypothetical is if I was running for it, and then you had somebody who was stepping out in the polls ahead of me or whatever, and whatever I kept hearing the person say was truly like what I believe, how I think we're going to, because the real focus here now is how we're going to, now it's going to save Obama's face when a Republican or somebody who's honest gets in there is going to start trying to fix everything and is thinking how to how am I going to repair this, not how am I going to destroy this some more, how am I going to kick the dog some more. They want to go in there and they want to put everything back together. And the way America is I think it would be real simple, take about 2 years if you had some Nixonomics and you threw some John F. Kennedy style politicking and really mean business, mean to stick up for the small guy and the middle guy and everybody, even the big guy. You're not necessarily trying to kick the rich people around either. You're trying to solve all these problems and make everybody happy and not let two people get overbearingly rich, right? Pretty evil, sinister people that basically, I don't know why they're rich, but they want to just destroy our economy and everything else. And I don't know how they're going to save their money. But right now, the way that it is they got a lot of all of us out here broke. Well, they've got lots of money. So, and I realize Trump is one of them, but Trump is a little bit different. We all know that. So, at least Trump style can at least kind of touch bases a little bit still with the common person. And really, people need honesty and dignity back with their representatives being able to feel feel their struggles and feel their pain and actually do something about it where they need help in politics in Washington instead of making the swamp worse. They didn't drain the swamp. They made it an even bigger swamp and an even bigger mess than it was. So is it okay not to vote? Do you get offended if I say please don't vote if you're gonna vote? In my opinion, stupid. How many people do you think do not vote? There's so many people in this place, in this country, that just don't vote. So what's the shame in not voting? People want to just get irate and attack what I said, but I'm just being honest. And really, there was some language being passed around here recently, and it was about people being forced to vote. So there's language coming out of Washington. Liberals, I believe, are the ones that are talking about making it a law that everybody must vote. So not only do you have stupid people voting that come out of high school or college or whatever, wherever they are, they're they don't know the facts, so they're gonna go and vote, and they're determined, to make a powerful impact. And now a lot of people are saying like, "Oh man, he's right. I was stupid. You were stupid. So you're not stupid anymore, right? Because you voted for Obama. You went to school. You bit into it. And what happened? They ended up hooking you and mistreating you and showing you the way of bankruptcy, basically showing you straight to bankruptcy court so that you can jump right in with America with that bankruptcy right away. But so they want to make it a law that we have to vote, and we cannot not vote. That would make me almost like not show up to vote. Like that pisses me off. That makes me so irate because it's their people's right to if they want to vote or not. But then we're talking about other people like illegals or criminals or people in prison. They had their voting rights taken away for some time. Now they want them and everybody else to be able to vote. Hell, we'll just hold some elections down in Mexico and let them vote for some people in Texas. How about vote everywhere there's a Republican governor? We'll just let Mexico vote to see if if they're gonna keep their Republican governor job in whatever state the Republicans governor in. Huh? Why don't we just do that for Obama? But he's forcing this illegal immigration thing. It's not good. It's not even good for the immigrants that are coming here. And I said that lightly. I didn't say illegal aliens like I should have. I should have just like Trump. I should punch them, pounce them right in their face. Okay, for abusing my laws because they're not just abusing my laws of the land. They're abusing laws against me by breaking into my country. So I really would if I was down there. I would kick them. I would kick them right back into their country. And I'm brutal. I'm not I'm not soft at all when it comes down to it. Um, I'll get you. I will get you. I'm an American, a true American, and that's not just how I feel. That's how I know. I know for a fact that I will get you. You come here and you cause problems here. It could be 50 years, 30 to 50 years down the road, but I'll get you. I will get you. We will get redemption and even. I promise. So then you want illegals, uh, people in prison, and criminals, and other people that don't have the right to vote to have the right to vote because they're human beings. They should ought to have the right to say what's going on in our elections. So so if you don't honestly know your candidate, if I come up there and I ask you some questions like what do you think of this candidate? This candidate, the socialist candidate that's coming out there now. What I hear from them is, oh, he's gonna make sure that um that my gas is paid for and that my mortgage is paid. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear how these candidates, any one of them, is gonna be the guy that's gonna make America's heart beat just right, make America's heart pump that American blood right back into the American vein, just the way it's supposed to be, and not contradicted and not manipulated. And honestly, the unions are out of control. That's another story too, but it's another it's another liberal sham that we're bamboozled with. It's very dishonest, very dishonest. So so I was just gonna say that we need all the help that we can get. So go get those illegal immigrants registered and those people in prisons and those people with felonies that aren't allowed to vote too. America needs as much help. I mean, as American could get. You know what I mean? So it's a must that you must take offense to when I ask you, please don't vote. You got to get so irate. You gotta get, and don't forget all the stuff that I said. All right, thanks. Thank you. Peace.